After an epic, I often find myself looking at my body and questioning how I did it. Before a grand epic, I question if it's possible. Then work that question as a problem statement. In this case, we have a 107-mile route connected by a mosaic of land preserves on the eastern slopes of the Santa Cruz Mountains. The mountains mean 14,275 feet of elevation gain. A typical day of mountain biking in Sequel Demonstration Forest for me is around 21 miles and 3,500 feet of elevation gain. The big epic would be about 5 times that. This Odyssey would be the biggest gravel riding day of my biking hobby so far. And my rough math worked out to about 15 hours of riding at about 8 miles per hour on average. This ride was theoretically possible for me to do within the daylight hours of the open spaces we would be riding through. My next step was to assemble a crew. I emailed and texted all my riding contacts to see if anybody was interested in such an adventure, and they all let me know I was crazy. The ride was too epic, and they were not at all interested in such a sufferfest. All except for 2 friends, Marshall and Christoph. I met Marshall through the kayaking community, and in the past, we did many weekends of kayaking trips together. We even did an 8-day Grand Canyon kayak self-support in December 2016. The Grand Epic would be our second time biking together. Christoph was the other person who agreed to go along with me on this. We met through a local Facebook bike group pre-COVID. I was looking for folks to gravel ride with in Clara at 5 a.m. during the summer, and he was one of 2 people that were interested in this type of dawn patrol. Both these guys are solid, epic bike day partners. They are easygoing and nice, even on long days in the mountains, where you are chipping away at the depths of your own pain cave. They are both solid mountain bike mechanics, and each understands the fundamentals of bicycle drivetrains and components and wheels. Marshall built his gravel bike frame with steel tubes and a TIG welder. Each one of these guys is more than capable of fixing a mechanical issue on a bike if it can be fixed, even after you've been riding for so long that anything logical in the brain starts to feel crowded and cloudy.
'We made it to the San Cristobal Tunnel!
Almeda in Quicksilver County Park is 4,152 acres. The roadbed is reinforced with angular mine tailings from the last 150 years. Christoph takes lead as we flow through this segment at a fast pace. Over about 10 miles we ride clockwise along the Capitolus Ridge, passing many mines along the way. Before the mines were created, the land in this park was a Mexican land grant given in 1842 by a governor named John B. Alvaro. When the privately operated Quicksilver mines started to be developed, litigation over the private versus public land went all the way to the Supreme Court in December 1862. United States versus Andres Castellaro. In the end, the court decided that the mine on the hillsides where we biked up belonged to the government, and the furnace on the valley floor used to cook the mercury out of the ore was the mining company's. Fast forward 160 years and the lands have passed back into government ownership. The mining roads are now trails for the public to enjoy. 30 miles into the ride, we set a course west towards our next county park.
Bye, Quicksilver. Welcome to Sierra Azul. Next mountain to climb.
It doesn't feel like it. We've already done 3800.
Hey, we have less than 10,000 to go.